Yes. Do you
Okay.
do
So,
you hear me?
yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
So how
So
are
first of all,
everything's fine in Brazil?
yeah, well, everything's fine. We're just waiting for Primal Fear.
Ah, okay. So how is the weather in Brazil right now?
Well, I live in the south of Brazil, so here is, well, normally it's a little bit colder than the rest of the country. So that's why
Ah,
I'm
okay.
wearing this jacket. this, but
Ah, okay.
but well, don't know. It's a huge country, so maybe there are other places that can be a little bit hotter today.
Yeah, but I hope when we will be there, then it will be not that hot. So I was there once when we had like 38 degrees, and in Germany it was -10. So it was like a
Oh,
difference of 48 degrees. It was like, wow, what the fuck. But right now we had 27 yesterday, and today it started to rain. Now it's getting into autumn over here, so we have like 20 today. And I think
huh.
in Brazil it's like 25, 28, so it will be okay.
Yeah, something like that.
That's cool.
Oh, well, my first question for you is about the new record, the Cold Red record that, well, it's
Yes.
out. And, well, I was checking, well, the songs, the lyrics, and it seems to carry a specific theme throughout the lyrics. Can we consider it somehow a conceptual album, or what's the main message behind the record?
I think it's not like a concept album, so we have different topics in our songs. So this time we have some songs like cancel culture, stuff like that, which was like a real controversy on the media because we don't want to cancel culture. And but we have also like fun songs, like play a song. We have like heavy songs, and we have relationship songs in how did the song called? Oh God, I already forgot the song title. So Deep in the Night. Then we have another hero, which is also like a more like a critical song, but just a real concept. So we are just writing songs about, or mainly Ralph is writing the lyrics, what he thinks about his environment and his surrounding and stuff that touches him. And so I'm just a guy who tries to deliver the heavy riffs and the guitar stuff. And mainly Ralph and Matt are the main guys doing the lyrics. So, but it's not a real concept this time.
Okay, and talking about the soul cancel culture, well, talks about the challenge of expressing yourself in the fear of judgment, something like that. Have you personally experienced this or something like that in your life? What can you say about it?
Every every time, look, every time when you release an album, there are some guys who loves it, and they go like, "Hey, great Primal Fear track," and there are also those guys that, "Oh, fuck those band, I hate these guys," and whatever. And you can always do it because you can hide in on social media. Nobody knows you, and you can talk shit to everybody, and nobody knows you. And I think that's a yeah, I don't like it that way. Like if you don't like a song, then just skip it and keep your negative opinion by yourself and don't try to fuck other people up. Because for us, it was an effort to write songs, to record songs, to release an album. And one guy or a couple of guys who don't like the album, who don't like the band or whatever, they're just starting like picking on the band and like what shitty singer or shitty guitars and old school blah blah blah. I don't want to listen to that stuff. And then they start to really say bad words about you, and they don't know you personally. So I think that's not a good way. But it's always on the internet if you start having your own opinion for something. And I really stopped writing on Facebook or stuff like that. I just post normal stuff what's got to do with music and with my bands, but I don't post any personal stuff like politics or whatever. Or if I do not like a post from somebody else, I just keep my mouth shut because it's his opinion and that's fine with me. But I don't have argue with that kind of stuff, so I just leave it. And but there are guys who are really, they cannot keep their mouth shut, and they start really bad mouthing at you all the time, and we don't like that, and that's what the lyrics are all about.
Yes, and the song "Another Hero." Well, I think it somehow it talks about the importance of taking care of our planet, right? And that we need a savior somehow. So, is there a pessimism about the future of humanity? What can you say about this?
Oh yeah, like if you know, in we got like the war in Ukraine, we got the war like in Israel right now, and so and yeah, the whole environment and the political landscape on the world is not really good at the moment. So we really have to take care because there's only one world, and we're not. It's like I don't know you, but I like you, or but I do not hate you. So why should I go to war with you and all this stuff? Like we have to take care of our world because there's only one world, and yeah. Also, when it comes to how you call it, all the economical side as well. Like we eat or we kill too many animals, for example, but we do not eat that much. Stuff like that, and taking care of plants and flowers and woods and all this stuff. So yeah, I think that was like a little, hey, take care of our world. And yeah, the album is called Code Red because it's like, yeah, take care. Be be aware of what are you doing right now, because if this world is gone, there is no other world we can travel to.
Yeah, yeah. And so, well, who are the guitarists that have most influenced your riff creation? Because Primal Fear is well known for the distinctive guitar riffs, right?
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I do not have really like I love so many guitar players, so I think I'm not a guy who can play one guitar solo of Eddie Van Halen or Ingwie Malmsteen or Zach Wilder or Steve Lukather. So I just tried when I started. I just collected. So I said like, oh, I like that what Ingwie is playing over here, and I tried to learn it. And then I go like, oh, Steve Lukather played something very interesting over there, and I tried to learn it. And so like, oh, Iron Maiden. Oh, what is he playing? And then you go like, oh, he's playing like that, and then Judas Priest, and you do like all these licks and stuff, and you just like collect everything, and then you shake it, and then that's your style. So there's not one or two single persons or guitar players that influenced me that much that I only can play their stuff, or that I would like to be their how do you call it, what's the word for it? Whatever. I don't want to be like the Ingwie Malmsteen number two or the Eddie Van Halen number two. I just want to be myself. I just want to express myself when I play guitar, and that's the best way I can do, being me and not being someone else. Then if I write riffs or if I play along, we're like, oh, that's a nice riff, or that, oh, we could use that. It's not like, oh, does it sound like Judas Priest, for example, or does it sound like Iron Maiden? Oh yeah, it sounds like Iron Maiden. Okay, we take it. So it's not, I just write songs and I just write riffs. And if I like a riff, then I will send it to Ralph or to Matt and go like, hey, I got a riff. What do you think about it? You go like, hey, great, carry on. So that's the way I write songs and I write riffs. So it's all by myself. And I got influence when I was young, but nowadays there's no real influence anymore.
Okay. And Hat Shepherd, well, is uh, renowned in the heavy metal scene, right? So, well, the great vocalist. So, how would you compare him to other influential vocalists? For example, like Kai Hansen, Michael Kiske. What can you say about this? Because people often do this kind of comparison.
I think for me, Ralph is the metal siren because he has like this high pitched voice, but he also has the power in the mid range. So he's got a really strong voice, and it's like rah, sometimes. And I don't know if no bad words about Michael Kiske. He's a great singer, but I'm not sure if Michael can sing like that powerful. So Michael has really also a high range like Ralph has, but I think that Ralph is more powerful also in the mid range, and so it's like He's personally one of the best singers in the world for me when it comes to heavy metal music. There are a lot of great singers like the Manowar guy or Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, Jeff Tate. So many really great singers. Michael Kiske is great, whatever. So and I think that Ralph is in that league as well.
Yeah, and well, Primal Fear often explores the theme of heavy metal on its songs, right? For example, songs like Metal is Forever, Metal Nation. So, what led to the decision to reference the genre itself in some of these tracks?
Because we like heavy metal. It was that when I was 15, I grew up with the new wave of British heavy metal. So when I was 15, all the bands like Def Leppard, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Motorhead, Saxon, they all started and they're still around. So it's like I'm it's like for 40 years of metal and the bands are still doing great. And yeah, that influenced me a lot. Exactly when I was young, when I was a teenager with 15. So I think it got a huge impact. And also I think that Ralph is even more a metalhead than I am. And he is way more into metal and in listening to metal stuff nowadays than I do because I listen to anything right now. And Ralph is really like a metalhead. And when he was young, I know his former bands as well. He was like, yeah, he's a metal guy, and I think that it's a way of lifestyle for us as well. Okay, I don't wear like leather jackets, but I can feel heavy metal, and I love to listen to heavy metal. I love to go to shows, and it's also great. Like right now, I have the opportunity to know Judas Priest. I know Saxon. Saxon are friends of mine. I know this guy. I know that guy. So, we became friends, and I still love to listen to their music, especially when we play festivals with them together. And they go like having a cold beer and listening to Saxon playing Strong Arm of the Law. That's amazing. Like, wow. And yeah, it influenced me a lot and it got a huge impact when I was young. So why shouldn't we talk about our influence or write songs about it?
Yeah, yeah. And well, you are from Germany, so I have to ask you, what do you think about the German metal scene now? If there are any new band that caught your attention?
I think there is a new band around. It's a son of Kai Hansen called Induction. They are pretty doing good. Then we had Lord of the Lost, which are pretty famous right now because they were on tour with Iron Maiden and they played a European Song Contest. Yeah, and then we have all our old bands like Gravedigger. We have Running Wild here and there. Then we were on tour with the Unity. Okay, the Unity is not really metal, but they're heavy, but not. Yeah, I wouldn't call it metal, but they're also pretty good. The Unity. Then we have Avantasia. We have Powerwolf. So many. We have Halloween. Except so many great bands out there. So it's pretty cool to be part of that German metal scene and holding the flag of Germany high in the music.
Yes. And so I want to talk a little bit about your other band, How We End, because we
Yes.
we have like well, for us Brazilians, we have Diva Satanica that played in a Brazilian band called Nervosa. So how was to collaborate with Diva, and what can you say about the idea behind this band?
The fun part is that it started as there was Corona, and I have a long life friend from Switzerland called Mitch, and he just wrote me that I bought a studio and I'm doing the mixing and all the stuff, and if I would be interested in writing songs with him, and I go like, yeah, sure, we can do that, but if we do it, it has to sound different than Sinner and Primal Fear. And so we started writing songs, and then we go like, okay, now we have a couple of songs, but now we need singers. And they go like, so if we do something different, then I want to do something really totally different. They go like, I think for the first time in my life, I would like to have growl vocals in a band. And then I just listened to some bands and go like, yeah, it's all okay, it's all good. And then I found Diva. And I'm like, that's amazing. She's a girl and she can growl really well. So I contacted her and I was like a fan, but like, hey, my name is Tom. I'm the guitar player of Primal Fear and blah, blah, blah. And would you like to? And she just wrote back, I know you. And we played the festival together. And it was really fun. And then I did send her the songs. And then she said, oh, I love it. I'm in. I will do it. And then I go like, yeah, now we have a growler, but I also like melody. So I would like to have a regular singer as well. And yeah, one day I was sitting in front of my laptop and then I got an advertisement of Nuclear Blast that there is a new song from a band called Syra, and I never heard that band name. And I go like, okay, I will have a listen to that song. And then I listened to the song, I go like, oh, that's a nice voice. I love the vocal lines. And then he sang something and I got goosebumps. And then I called Mitch and like, hey, I found a singer. I would like to have him. He's the one I would want to have in my band. But I didn't have any contact with him. So it took a while till I found out who it was. And then Sunday evening, I just wrote him on Facebook. And I go like fanboy, yeah, my name is Tom and I'm the guitar player from here. And we are having problems with COVID and we need all to survive. And would you like to sing on blah, blah, blah? And he goes like, yeah, I know you. The first Primal Fear album is a wonderful album and I really love that song and this song and blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, send me the song. And they go like, okay, I will send you 2 songs and then let me know your thoughts about it. And he goes like, yeah, but I have to go out with the dogs. And then, okay, I will send you the songs anyway. And then it took like an hour and then he comes like, yeah, listen to the songs. So these songs are great, but they need more than just growl. So I'm definitely in. So I have Mitch as a bass player and a mixing guy. I play guitar, and now we have 2 singers. And then we were looking for like, oh, we need a drummer. And they go like, okay, we need a drummer. And then we checked some drummers, and then we found Adel, who's a friend of Jake, and he's helping out in Camelot and in Syra when Alex Landenberg could not play. And then one day I was in my local pub and I had a couple of drinks, and then I walked home listening to our songs, and I go like, oh shit, I cannot play all those guitar parts by myself. I need a second guitar player. And I was thinking, yeah, but I would like to have a guitar player that I know, that I like, that can play well, and who's not in a band. And then I found out that Jen Majura got fired of Evanescence. And so I just wrote her, and then she goes like, what are you doing? Thinking, oh, I'm having a new band, and I'm doing songs. And then she asked me if I would like to send her the songs, and then I did send her the songs. And then 3 months later, she called me, so what's up with your new band? And I go like, yeah, I'm just waiting for the last band member to come in. And then she was like, who is the latest, the last band member? It's you. And then she was laughing. And then 2 days later, I got a vocal message goes like, I'm in the band to 99.999%. And that's how the band started. And then, yeah, we did 3 videos so far. And right now we're in negotiation with record labels, and we have I think we have a deal in Japan already. So I think that there will be an album coming out next year. And I'm just waiting to get a record deal in Europe. And then hopefully when this will happen, we can go on tour and we'll play a couple of shows, because I'm really into that music. I really like it. I really like the guys in the band, and it's for me, music-wise, it's something fresh, and it's totally different to Primal Fear, and that's why I really like both stuff. So now I'm really looking forward to bang my head in South America with this Primal Fear stuff, which is really cool. I really like that we did got 8 shows in September for the album release, and it was pure fun. There was a lot of people who really liked the shows, and I'm really looking forward to play South America, because the audience is so fucking crazy over there. It's amazing.
Yeah, okay. So, what are the, let's say, top 5 albums that have the most impact in your life?
The most impact, definitely Thin Lizzy, Life and Dangerous, Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. Then I like Kip Winger, solo album called This Conversation Seems Like a Dream. So now I got two more. I have to say, probably the Beatles, the Red album. So now I got one more. That's a tricky question.
Code Red for Primal Fear.
To be honest, I really like my favorite album of Primal Fear is Seven Seals. I really like that one. But when we started Primal Fear, we didn't know that it got that big, because when we started writing songs, it was in the grunge time, so nobody really cared about heavy metal. But we just wrote songs and then recorded the songs, and then we got lucky because 3 months before we released our album, Hammerfall released an album, and they brought metal back all of a sudden. You were like, hey, Hammerfall, have you heard that? No, it's metal, it's true metal or whatever you may call it. It's like, and they're in the charts. You look, really? Why? I think metal is dead. It's like grunge. No, but they are coming back. And then we released our album and it went into the charts. And then we did a tour together with Running Wild. And then we did a tour together with Hammerfall, which were really successful. And that was the beginning of the history of Primal Fear. And the band exists since 25 years right now, 26 right now. So it's a really, really long time in this metal or music business to survive that long. And there's more to come. So it's not like, oh God, we're now with 26 years of Primal Fear, so let's call it a day. I think we are already writing new songs for the new album. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great news.
Yeah, definitely. There will be more albums coming. Definitely. We're still hungry.
Yeah, and so, well, you mentioned some bands like, for example, Hammerfall, that, well, people consider some people consider the band as power metal. And I don't know, Primal Fear, some guys may consider traditional heavy metal or power metal. What can you say about these labels? Do you agree? What do you think is power metal, or it depends?
I don't like that shit, because when we released our album, everybody went, okay, Ralph does sound like Rob Halford. That's a fact. But when we released an album, every critic was like, oh, this is the album that Judas Priest has to release after Painkiller. So we were like the Judas Priest clones. But if you listen to our songs and our sound or our riffs, it got nothing to do with with Judas Priest. So we're totally different. But Ralph has a similar voice to Rob Halford. So we were always the Judas Priest clones. We got nothing to do with Judas Priest. We love them. I'm a fan of them. Because of Judas Priest, I started playing music, but I don't want to cover them. So I don't want to be Primal Fear. I want to write songs for Primal Fear. And all those, stuff like power metal, all those labels, for me, it's like heavy metal, it's good metal or bad metal. So, but I don't care. Okay, there's black metal and doom metal, but so who can say, what's the difference between power metal and heavy metal and true metal? I don't know. Where's the difference? I don't know that. Somebody needs to help me. I can tell you. So I know there's black metal, there's death metal, and there's heavy metal, and that's it. And I don't like the subgenres, like, because the singer sings a little bit higher than another one, then it's called this metal, and then they are singing about dragons, then this is this kind of metal, and they are singing about politics, this kind of metal. No, it's just music, and there's only good music and bad music, and I don't like to be labeled like true or power or whatever.
Okay. And so, well, please leave a final message to your Brazilian fans, and, well, hope to see you on the road. Good luck with the album release and the upcoming tour in South America.
So where do you live in South America exactly? In Brazil? Where do you live?
Well, I live in Brazil. The city is Curitiba.
We play there.
Yeah.
Will you be there?
Well, I think I will be. I strongly want to be.
Then we will have 1 or 2 beers together.
Well, of course.
So,
we can do it.
I think we play Curitiba Thursday, 26th. Curitiba.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
so we have a beer together.
Well, it would be nice.
Yes, definitely. Cool. So, Gustavo, take care. Have a great weekend. Do not
Okay,
party that
well,
hard. Yeah, and see you in Curitiba. Yeah,
okay, well, see you too. So, bye bye. It
yeah.
was very nice to talk to you.
Bye bye. Ciao.